guys, it's Steve. There's a lot of talk going on right now, and if I sound different, it's because it's literally like 6 in the morning. I just woke up, but there's a lot of talk right now, and people are saying James Harden is overrated, and there's some people defending him, and I'm on the fence, and well, I'm not on the fence. I mean, I'm on the side of defending James Harden because if you really look at it, he's not overrated. People say he's inefficient because he has over 4 turnovers per game, which I do agree. It is ridiculous. Having that many turnovers per game. But if you actually watch the Houston Rockets games, you'll see who the hell is he going to pass to? Who is he going to pass to? When he passes to Dwight Howard in a pick and roll situation, he gets the ball back. When he passes to whoever, I don't know, Corey Brewer or something, he gets the ball back. But somehow he's still averaging 7.5 assists per game. But no one looks at that. They just say, 4 turnovers, he's overrated. Oh, he doesn't play defense, he's overrated. He's actually, there are times, I admit, where he does play really bad defense. Literally, there'll be times on the fast break, he'll literally just watch the player run by him. I understand, that's pretty ridiculous. But, I mean, if you look at how much he has to do for the Houston Rockets to even make the playoffs, he literally carried them to the playoffs. He played all 82 games, playing 38 minutes per game. That's crazy, man. And he shot 44% from the field, 36% from 3, and 86% from the free throw line. His stats last year were 29 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, 7.5 assists per game, and 2 steals per game. Yeah, I admit 4.6 turnovers. That's pretty bad. But I mean, if you really just look at it, man, when he's on the floor, 33% of the plays ran for James Harden. That is a lot. That's more than LeBron. And I'm pretty sure that was more than Carmelo. I don't know if that was more than Stephen Curry. I'm not sure about that. But that's still a lot, man. That's a lot. And, for people to say he's overrated, I just don't agree with. He just does too much on the court to be overrated. There were times where Kobe averaged 4 turnovers per game. I didn't hear people saying he was overrated then, It just happens sometimes. When you have a bad team, it happens. Because when you have a bad team, everything gets inflated. Negative stats and positive stats. So, if you're passing to someone and they pass you the ball back, what do you expect to happen? Or when you're dribbling the ball 90% of the time while on the court, what do you expect to happen? When you're getting double teamed and triple teamed, what do you expect to happen? You know what I mean? People don't think about this type of stuff. They just say, he can't play defense and he averages nearly 5 turnovers per game. He's not good. But the thing is, it's okay, maybe he's not the best defender, but not everyone is LeBron. Mike Korzemba actually said that, not everyone is LeBron. And actually, I agree with that. And I think it's good that he said that because it's true. Not everyone is LeBron James. Not everyone can play 100% on the defensive end, and not everyone can play 100% on the offensive end and do that for the entire career. Maybe James Harden may not be the best defender, but look what he did for the Houston Rockets. If it weren't for him, he wouldn't have made the Rockets wouldn't have made the NBA playoffs. I mean, he played 82 games, 38 minutes per game, and there are people saying that he's overrated. Are you kidding me? 82 games. He didn't miss one single game last season. He shot 44% from the field, 36% from 3, and 86% from the free throw line. Now, I read this argument saying, I heard this. I was watching, I think it was mixtape videos, and then I also did some more research, and I read another article on it. And they were saying most of his points come from the free throw line. Okay, so let's take that into consideration. So in 2015-16, he shot 10 free throws per game, and he made pretty much 9 out of 10. It's 8.8 and 10.2. So pretty much 9 out of 10 free throws per game he made. So if you take that into consideration, that's an extra 9 points per game. Now let's rewind to his field goals per game. He makes around 9 field goals per game. So let's look at threes. You also have to look at threes though, and he makes 3 threes per game pretty much. And this is obviously just an average, so it's going to be sometimes less threes, more threes, sometimes less field goals, more field goals. So let's look at the average, 3 threes per game. So that's 9 points. And then you have the field goal attempts, which is hovering around 8.7. So let's say that's 9. So 9 times 2 is 18. 9 plus 9, that's 28, right? That's 28 points per game on average, right? And then you also have the free throws per game. But like I said, it's all plus or minus, which is why it fluctuates. Sometimes he'll have more points per game, sometimes he'll have less. He's still averaging, without the free throws, 28 points per game on average. That is ridiculous, man. Like, that's just based off makes. Like, he makes 3 threes per game and pretty much 9 field goals per game. So obviously I rounded up the field goals to 8.7 to 9, but let's round it down to 8. Even if it's 8, so 9 points per game and 16 points per game, that's still at least 25 points per game just from scoring the basketball. So for people saying he only scores a lot just based off shooting a lot of free throws, he only shoots 2 more free throw attempts than players like Jordan did, than players like Melo, than players like LeBron, than players like Kobe. You know, so it's not that big of a difference. 2 points is not that big of a difference. And even without the free throws, he's averaging 25 to 28 points per game. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, he's not only playing every game and playing nearly 40 minutes per game, he's also averaging 6 rebounds and 7.5 assists per game. Do you know the type of players that put up those kind of numbers? Magic Johnsons, Larry Birds, LeBron Jameses. Pretty sure Tracy McGrady had a year like that. Kobe never put up numbers like that in terms of rebounds and assists. Jordan never put up numbers like that in terms of rebounds and assists. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when you look at, and I'm not knocking Jordan or Kobe in any way, you guys know how I feel about them. They're obviously the GOATs, you know what I'm saying? Him, Jordan, LeBron, and Kobe, 3 GOATs. But at the end of the day, like, to sit there and say he's overrated and that he only scores that many 29 points per game because of the free throw attempts, you obviously do not watch the games. Like, you literally just look at the stats, because if you watched it, you would notice Dwight Howard would give up in the pick and roll. He doesn't want to be a pick and roll big man. He wants to be a low post scoring big man, which is weird because being a pick and roll big man really made him into the superstar he was in Orlando. And when he tried to do that with Kobe, Kobe really humbled his ass. Kobe, you know, he you don't mess with Kobe pretty much. So that's why James Harden, you know, had to give up on Dwight Howard, and the Rockets had to give up on Dwight Howard. And, you know, he doesn't have great teammates either. And he literally made the NBA playoffs only because he played 82 games. Pretty much he never missed a game. He played nearly 40 minutes per game, and he did everything possible while on the floor. I admit his defense needs to improve, but to sit there and say he's overrated and that he only scores 29 points per game is ludicrous. I literally just proved all of these people wrong. Like, literally, how can you say he only scores 29 points per game because of free throw makes? So let's take away those free throw makes, right? And take away that. So he makes 9 free throws per game, so that's 9 points. So 29 minus 9 is 20. But then if you look at the field goals made per game, that's 8.7, which I rounded up to 9, and then we also rounded down to 8, and then we also did the 2.9, that's 3. So listen, that's 3 threes, which is 9 points, right? And then you have 9 regular field goals, so that's 18 points. So there you go, that's 28, and then the range is from 25 to 28 without free throws. You know, so these people don't make sense, man. Like, sometimes I just think, like, some of these sport analyst YouTube channels, or, you know, some of these people that write articles, like, literally just do it, like, because they want to have a big YouTube channel or something, and they don't like basketball. Because sometimes I wonder if these people actually watch basketball. And some funny guy out there made a video. I'm not going at him or anything. You know, I actually liked this video he made about Chris Bosh, which is cool. But this guy made a Carmelo Anthony thing, and I literally could refute everything he said, but it's not worth it. I just wanted to talk about James Harden. I feel like I needed to defend James Harden a little bit. So anyway, I'm out of here. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.